Have you ever wondered how historians ensure the stories we learn truly reflected the past, especially when navigating complex subjects like Black intellectual history? It is a fascinating and crucial challenge, demanding careful and critical examination of every source and narrative. Bias in Black intellectual history is primarily identified through rigorous methodological analysis, which scrutinizes authorial intent, contextual influences, and the selective inclusion or exclusion of voices and events. This process is essential for uncovering deeper truths and fostering a more complete understanding of thought within the African diaspora. The why behind identifying bias stems from the understanding that all historical narratives are constructed, not simply discovered. JSON title: How is bias identified in Black intellectual history? Paragraphs: Have you ever wondered how historians ensure the stories we learn truly reflected the past, especially when navigating complex subjects like Black intellectual history? It is a fascinating and crucial challenge, demanding careful and critical examination of every source and narrative. Bias in Black intellectual history is primarily identified through rigorous methodological analysis, which scrutinizes authorial intent, contextual influences, and the selective inclusion or exclusion of voices and events. This process is essential for uncovering deeper truths and fostering a more complete understanding of thought within the African diaspora. The why behind identifying bias stems from the understanding that all historical narratives are constructed, not simply discovered. Historians recognize that the personal perspectives, social positions, and even the historical period of an author can subtly, or sometimes overtly, shape how they present information. This can manifest as an overemphasis on certain figures or ideas, the marginalization of others, or interpretations that align with prevailing societal norms rather than objective inquiry. Recognizing these underlying mechanisms is key to moving beyond surface-level accounts and appreciating the diverse tapestry of Black intellectual contributions. To actively identify bias, scholars employ several techniques. They meticulously cross-reference primary sources, which are original documents or artifacts, with secondary sources, which are scholarly interpretations of those primary sources, looking for discrepancies or patterns of omission. A critical evaluation of the author's background, including their social, political, and economic position, helps to understand potential influences on their work. Additionally, analyzing the language choices and rhetorical strategies employed can reveal underlying assumptions or agendas within the text. One valuable technique in this field is an examination of historiography, which refers to the history of historical writing itself. By studying how interpretations of a particular event or intellectual movement have changed over time, scholars can pinpoint moments where new biases emerged or old ones were challenged. This approach, often informed by frameworks like critical race theory, helps reveal how power dynamics and social structures impact the production of historical knowledge, offering a more nuanced understanding of intellectual discourse. Ultimately, identifying bias in Black intellectual history is not about discarding historical accounts, but rather about enriching them. It allows us to move beyond simplistic narratives, appreciate the full spectrum of Black thought, and understand how historical interpretations have been shaped. By engaging with history critically, we gain a more accurate and comprehensive picture, honoring the complexity and resilience of Black intellectual traditions. Slides, title, Uncovering Historical Truths, bullets, label, critical lens, sentence. Analyzing historical narratives demands careful scrutiny to uncover deeper truths and foster comprehensive understanding. Label, methodical approach, sentence. Bias is found through rigorous analysis of authorial intent, context, and selected information. Label, deeper understanding, sentence. This process is crucial for understanding Black thought within the African diaspora. Title, The Why Behind Bias, bullets, label, constructed narratives, sentence. All historical narratives are constructed, shaped by author perspectives and prevailing societal norms. Label, subtle influences, sentence. author's position or era can subtly sway information, affecting emphasis or marginalization of ideas. A label, beyond surface accounts, sentence. Recognizing these mechanisms helps move past simple accounts to appreciate intellectual contributions. Title, techniques for detection, bullets. Label, cross-referencing sources, sentence. Meticulously compare primary and secondary sources to find discrepancies or patterns of omission. Label, author's background, sentence. Evaluate the author's social, political, and economic position for potential influences on their work. Label, language analysis, sentence. Analyze language choices and rhetorical strategies to reveal underlying assumptions or agendas. Title, enriching historical understanding, bullets. Label, historiography study, sentence. Examine changes in historical interpretations over time to pinpoint moments of bias emergence. Label, nuanced perspective, sentence. Frameworks like critical race theory offer insights into power dynamics shaping historical knowledge. A label, comprehensive picture, sentence. Identifying bias enriches narratives, providing an accurate, complete view of Black intellectual traditions.